So this one we're doing 30 minute backtesting session in German DAX. We'll try out the opening range, the opening range breakout strategy, and see what results we get. So I'm just going to use FX Replay, which is my go-to backtesting software. I'm just going to do backtesting session in GER40 ORB Backtesting. Initial date, let's say February 2025. So from February to May, so 3 months. Backtesting should be okay. So we're not going to use volumes, but insert the exponential moving average, and we're going to go on the time frame, and then go to London session. And go to 8 o'clock. Okay. And then I'm going to change this to 5 minutes, and we are going to. So this is our 15-minute range. So we got 3 5-minute. I will mark out the high and the low of these candles. Let's see what happens next. Failed to break. So ideally what we're looking for is a break and the follow through. This is place a buy order on the high candle with a stop loss at the middle of the trading range. I will aim to a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward, and see what happens next. So overall, I like the structure. So closed above the 50 EMA, which is promising, and then we also have a bullish structure, so it gives us some kind of confidence to go long, and then we're gonna place the order and risk 1%. Take a screenshot. See what happens. Okay, so I tag this in, and then it's going back into the range. So this one's a loss. And then I'll wait a bit more. Just going to take a second screenshot. Okay. Now again we're rejecting from the top of the range. And generally, if by 10 o'clock we don't break the range, it means we're gonna have a sideways day, so I might as well just trade with it, basically buy low, sell high, and the opposite. So for example, on this one, but I just want to trade breakout, so I'm not going to trade within the range. That's a different thing. I just want to try out the breakouts because I've not traded this before, so I've got no idea how it works, or if it works actually. Okay, so we've got another a follow through, and there is no follow through on that one, so it keeps going sideways, and I think it's because there's news on this day, so it will probably shoot at the time of the news. Yep. There we go. So actually that gives us a bit better risk to reward. Let's say we have a breakout and then we have a retest, and then if it goes higher, then could ideally place a stop. Yeah, keeps going sideways, and it's already 6 o'clock, so might as well go to the next day. We've got our 15-minute range. It's testing the upper side of the range, so it basically tests the high of the day. And to test the high of the day, and probably rejects from there. Just sideways, and again 6 o'clock, so just go to the next day. The next day, and it's 8 o'clock, so as you can see there's basically no movement at all, so this is a very strong trading range overall, and it's a great place to lose money if you're a trader. and if you can't identify them, you're going to lose a lot of money. So we've got our opening 15-minute range, and it's super tight, this one. We have a breakout. Back into the range. Fails to hold above or below. So we have another break with good follow through. So ideally at this point I'll probably look for a retest. It's off the range, so maybe you could end with a very small stop here, but it's quite risky, so I wouldn't take it. Yeah, would have stopped us out right here, so. That's it. And then we have some news at 3 o'clock, and retraces a bit, but overall was the breakouts. Just that the range was very, very narrow. Let's go to the next day. Okay, so we have our opening range. Strong uptrend this time. So let's see what happens. We have a break. It's quite a good one. So in this case, I will place a buy order right here. Stop at the middle of the range. And go for a 1-2. See what happens. Looks good so far, so we have a retest of the range as well, and we've broken higher, so that's really good. Does give me some level of confidence. Yeah, keeps pushing higher. I think a good way to manage these trades is to stop and break even once price has cleared your level of entry. So give it some breathing space, but in this situation I would probably move it on break even, but I'll just leave it this session and see what results we get without moving the stop on break even, because it would have taken us out right here. So that's quite interesting. It tested the mid range and it didn't tag us up yet, and went back into profit, so that's quite lucky. Quite an interesting trade, this one. It tested the range and then it tested the middle of the range, and it couldn't break lower, so buyers took control and boom, and went even higher. It's pretty cool. So we have 2 losses in the win so far. Let's go to the next day. Wow, that's a long range. 15-minute candles right there. So this is our high. This is our low. The broad range. Let's see what it does. Failed to break, went back, failed to break again, went back. 3 fails so far. Four. Okay, so now we have a break. I'll wait for a retest on this one, because I'm selling from a level from where price has rejected previously, so I wouldn't really have the confidence to sell right here because I'm back, and also the stop loss size quite big. Aiming for 1 to 2. Not ideal, so I'll just wait this one. And as I said, rejection, boom. Rejection, and let's see, goes back into the range. And now we have a clear breakout, so I will, with a stop just behind this breakout candle, aiming for 1 to 2. Let's see what happens. Tag this in, but the full candle is not good. The next one is okay. It does a retracement and boom. That is big selling volume. There. Let's see. Yeah, I was expecting that in a way. I would have stopped it normally here because a lot of times when we have that surge of volume of buyers or sellers, the next candle usually is taking profit. So if you have a big red candle, sometimes it's followed by a big, is only testing 50% of the breakout candle right here. So these sellers came in at the moving average. You also have, if you trade like wedges or channels, you have a small channel right here, like a bear channel. So you could have traded the break of this bear channel, right? Anyways, let's see what happens, and yeah, that's another win. So we're up 2% on the account, and we have a 50% risk to reward ratio so far. Winning hit rate. Yeah, so we have 2 losses and 2 wins. Okay. Cool. Let's go to the next day. Okay, so this is our range from here to here. So it's 8 o'clock. Okay, so this is our range. Let's see what the price does. Breakout, fails to hold and goes back into the range. Needs the moving average and rejects, but fails to hold and breaks to the downside, fails to hold again. Breaks again. Okay. Now I'll wait for a retest of the range and see if it holds. Ooh, we got a retest. But it goes back into the range. Quite good buying volumes overall. Breaks again. Nice follow through. Let's see if we have a retest. But for me, in order to place a stop loss, that makes sense. So ideally, if we're gonna buy, this candle's not big enough for me to have confidence to place my stop behind it, because it would be too small. So let's see what happens. So now it almost tested the range. If I would have ended there aiming for 1 to 2, it would have stopped me out, and on this one the same thing. It would have reached the target, just stopped me out. So it's good just to have patience and see what the price does, and if it actually tests this range, because if it does this, it's a bit overextended, and how long it's going to take until it starts printing red? Not long. So you just have to wait and see. Okay, so now it has tested this range and the moving average, but in my eyes it's still overextended, so I wouldn't have the confidence to enter. It would be way too big, and the target a bit overextended, so you would have to wait for quite a while. You would have tagged this in and just go for God knows how long. So this is a trading range day, pretty much. Good day for scalpers overall, but okay, and I think we've got time for one more. One more trade. So 15 minutes. Let's see what we've got. So we've got our high, we've got our low. Price is going sideways since the day before this one. That's a strong breakout right there. And because the range is so narrow, it actually gives us a decent stop loss size. So printing red and bull. So I really like this because we had a breakout and then higher high, so we broke the previous high and also we broke yesterday's high. But that gives me a bit of confidence to go long on this position. So entry just above that with a stop loss around here. So just give it a bit of breathing space, and the risk to reward 1 to 2. Okay, and then place order and see what happens. So tag this in. And stop this out. So that's a failed trade, but it looked really good. So looks like went sideways and then broke out. So I think with this strategy you're better off if you lost somewhere around the middle of the range. I think that's better. Yeah, if we would have placed the stop loss in the middle of the range and aimed for 1 to 2, this would have been a winner. So that's why I do these sessions. Just testing out new stuff and refining, finessing, and just practicing really. So thanks everyone that tuned in, and we'll go to quickly. We had a 40% rate, 2 winners, 3 losers, and 2 consecutive wins, 2 consecutive losses. And overall we are up almost 1% for the month out of 5 trades. So I'll see you guys next time, and have a good rest of your day.